All right, guys. TikTok got another banger for you. All right, the Dome and Outer Space Projection. Year 1728, the last reset. Now let's take a peek at some of these chapters in this book, because they're fucking mind-boggling. It makes you really wonder. Look at that. The theory of the invisible dome projector. Why not question the current model of the universe? The importance of the reinterpretation of ancient texts inside the visible dome. The theory that makes the Earth spin around the sun and not the Earth as the center of the universe. See what I'm saying? It's kind of fucking strange, ain't it? Simulated outer space. Social manipulation. You don't know what that means. If you know, you know. Surviving cathedrals and structures of Great Tartary. How many times have I made videos about Tartary, guys? You know what I'm saying? Something's crazy is going on. Look. The sacred trees in the Anakim Giants. Now, you know what I mean? Remains of Titanic giants in the connection to the Anakim Giants of Great Tartary. I'm telling you, them guys were bigger, badder, and better, man, in all aspects. The 8 cycles of humanity and their respective resets. See, they're saying there's been 7 resets, and we're on the verge of an 8th one. The fire of 1666. Now, this is weird. The battle between Great Tartary and the Greys of Orion. Now, you know, that's kind of weird, man. And then just some of the pictures and shit in it. Look, boom. This is how I think the world is, for real. That's what I think. I truly think that we are living in a simulation. And a lot of people agree with me. Look, we're following the great ancestral library. Now, the ancestral library is, well, it's basically like the Akashic records. You know what I mean? And why not question the current model of the universe? Because nobody does, because science says so that must be true. You know what I mean? Look, the Ark. Look at this, the importance of reinterpretation of ancient texts within the visible dome. Now look at this shit right here. The Book of Enoch, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Popol Vuh, the Vedas, the Enuma Elish. I made videos about that. The Pyramid Text, the Book of Gates, the Homeric Hymns, the Tai Chi Ching, Codex Kings, Sumerian Tablets, the Epic of Gilgamesh. I made videos about that. The Nag Hammadi texts, the Book of the Dead, the Ching, the Book of Changes, the Carmina Burana, and the Corpus Hermeticum. Now, I've done videos on every single one of them books. If you don't know, watch the old videos I've made. You'll read it, you'll see the text in the front of the video, so you'll know which one I'm talking, which one it's based off of. All right. Now look, the theory that the Earth spins around the sun and not the center of the universe. Come on now. Now you know, guys. Look, it talks about Galileo. Look, social manipulation. Now this chapter, it breaks it down how we live in a alternate, like in a fucked up reality. You know what I mean? Reality is what the government creates for us. Nothing but fast food and fucking television. You know what I mean? And fear mongering. Simulated outer space. You know what I mean? I don't want to make the video too much longer because, you know what I mean? Look, boom. Anyway, look, texts about Medusa and the petrified giants. Now, Mud Fossil University. Huh? That's right up your alley, buddy. Shout out to Mud Fossil University for making some fire-ass videos, too. The 8 cycles in humanity and their respective resets. Eyes of Sea, you already know what I'm talking about. Tanja, you already know what I'm talking about. The development of Great Tartary. You already know. If you know, you know, man. Look, reports of the first mankind of Hyperborea, which is Asgard. You know what I mean? And then this, what is the dome? Look at that. Good-ass artwork. Celestial lands, terra incognita. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, we'll do another video on this. And I'll break down some of these chapters. But I just wanted to show you guys, like, a little bit more of what's going on in this book. This is what I like right here, look. Year 1729, repopulation of the continents. Now, come on now. I think that's when all this bullshit with the government, I think that's when this started, was after the year 1729. Because there ain't really any records between 1700s and lower. You know what I mean? So if you know, you know, guys. Remember, we're building.